So today we have Chris Redfield from the Resident Evil games taking on Sebastian Castellanos from the Evil Within games. Who wins? Well, let's find out. So, Chris Redfield is one of the longest lasting protagonists in the Resident Evil games gaming franchise, with his number of showings only being rivaled by a few others like his sister Claire and Leon Kennedy. He's fought for years to end the Umbrella Corporation, who caused a zombie outbreak with the T-virus. He's strong enough to push zombies off of him, as well as knock them over and even kill them with his physical attacks, push a giant boulder 3 times his size at least just by punching it over and over, and even push back Wesker with a tackle who's vastly physically superior to him. He's fast enough to kill several charging zombies, coming at him from several angles with his handgun, evade explosions, and he's even dodged bullets before. He's durable enough to withstand hits from Wesker and several large monsters and keep on fighting, being sent flying with a kick from Wesker through a locked metal door, and he got right back up. And he's even withstood a few story drops before as well. He's a skilled fighter and martial artist, being able to easily subdue zombies single-handedly, temporarily hold his own against Wesker, although Wesker wasn't even really trying. And he had the upper hand against Leon in their fight in Resident Evil 6. Due to his training in the BSAA and the Air Force, he's an expert knife fighter and marksman with virtually all firearms as well. But in the other corner, Sebastian Castellanos from the Evil Within games. He is the main protagonist in the first and second Evil Within games, and with the help of Kidman, he presumably took down Mobius, a secret terrorist organization. He's strong enough to break glass over zombies' heads, push zombies off of him, temporarily daze zombies with his punches, and to cut their heads and limbs off with one swing of an axe easily. He's fast enough to outrun zombies and to dodge attacks from Laura and Stefano, who both can teleport. And he's durable enough to withstand repeated attacks from zombies and large monsters and keep on fighting, as well as being thrown hundreds of feet and being impaled through the chest on the landing, and still picked up the rocket launcher and shot the large monster over and over with it. Due to being a former detective, he is a skilled fighter, being able to quickly disarm and completely embarrass 2 Mobius agents while drunk. He's also an expert marksman with virtually all firearms, and he's an expert melee fighter as well. He's also a master of stealth, and he's a master of ambushing his enemies and killing them with his knife. He's also a resourceful fighter, being able to use his environment to his advantage, as well as using glass bottles to escape monsters' grips as well. So, we have 2 master zombie and monster killers going head to head. Who wins? Well, let's find out. So, before I get into this fight, I need to clarify something. Sebastian's physical body never fought a single monster. Only his consciousness did while he was in STEM. I know this, so in real life, Sebastian probably couldn't survive being thrown hundreds of feet and then being impaled through the chest on the landing and survive and keep on fighting. So we're not going to be including that feat in this fight. So, who is stronger? Well, they're both strong enough to push their own versions of zombies off of them, but Sebastian never showed strength similar to Chris, pushing and punching a boulder at least 3 times his size. Because of this, Chris is stronger than Sebastian. What about durability? Well, I'd say they're pretty even here, as both have kept on fighting after several hits from large monsters. They're both fast enough to quickly draw their gun and kill several monsters and zombies, and evade attacks from monsters as well. Chris has dodged bullets, while Sebastian has dodged attacks from teleporters like Laura and Stefano. But Chris has dodged attacks from Wesker. He can run so fast to the point it looks like he's teleporting. So I'd say they're close in speed as well. So they're physically pretty even, except for Chris being stronger. So what about skill? Well, both have formal training, with Chris being in the BSAA and Sebastian being a former detective. Sebastian was able to completely embarrass and quickly disarm 2 Mobius agents while drunk. That is impressive because of how quickly he done it, because it was 2v1 and because he was in fact drunk. But we don't know how skilled these two agents were. On the other hand, Chris held the upper hand against Leon in their fight, and Leon has proven to be a skilled fighter. And even though that fight ended in a draw, Chris still held the upper hand for most of the fight. So I'd say Chris is a more skilled fighter and combatant. Now, although Chris is more skilled, Sebastian is a more resourceful fighter, like using glass bottles or his environment to his advantage to like set up traps and stuff like that. Sebastian is also a master of stealth, while Chris normally runs in guns blazing. But with Chris's military-like training, he should be able to see any trap or ambush attack coming, as he is trained for that kind of stuff. And finally, their weaponry. Both men are carrying a wide variety of firearms, as well as knives and healing products at their disposal. But I'd say Chris is the better marksman, as he has actually been able to tag Wesker before. Yes, Sebastian has tagged Laura and Stefano and people like that, but Wesker has proven to be faster than Laura, Stefano, and Ruvik. So, also Chris just has more experience fighting monsters of all sizes due to being in many more games compared to Sebastian's 2 games that he's been in. So, who wins? Well, at the end of the day, I gotta go with Chris on this one. Like, Sebastian puts up a good fight, of course, but Chris just has more advantages, like strength, skill, marksmanship, all that great stuff. Chris Redfield wins. Like and subscribe, please leave a comment down below, and please hit the notification bell if you did enjoy and all that great stuff. Have a great day. Peace.